Hello, everybody. I'm Mike.
And I'm Marie, and this is
Talk
Talk Alley.
Alley. Join us today here on Talk Alley as we take a look at the modern day Pinays, the Pilipina 2.0.
Yes, Mike, we Pinoys are really proud of our country and culture. And part of this culture, since time immemorial, are the LGBTQA community.
That's true, Maria. Filipinas and the LGBTQA community have always been a comfort and an undeniable strong workforce in the society then and now.
Yes, Mike, our talk for today focuses on the women who are allies and part of the LGBTQA community as part of our continuing celebration for the Pride Month.
Yes.
June is Pride Month, a month to celebrate the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, and asexual people, plus all other sexual orientations and genders.
Happy Pride Month.
Thank you. The month is celebrated in June in commemoration of the Stonewall riots, which kicked off the first major demonstrations for gay rights in America.
Maria, today we are graced by these strong and talented people who support, advocates, or will share their perspectives of the issues that is still haunting the LGBTQ community
Yes.
in the Philippines, in Europe, and the rest of the world.
Yes. But before we introduce our stand-in guests, Mike, this episode is brought to us by World Remit.
World Remit, yes.
Send your thanks with the money transfer to the Philippines using World Remit, a better way to send money.
My name is Kautar.
I'm Liliana.
I'm Saizal.
My name is Abdullah.
I live in London.
I am a Nigerian.
I'm Malian.
I'm a proud Filipino.
Living in Toronto, Canada.
But my mom's family hails from Jamaica.
I love poutine.
Definitely pizza.
The famous Calabar delicacy.
Tacos de pastor.
I also love eating Jollibee, just like my family back home.
But there's nothing like jerk chicken.
I also love the hustle and bustle of Taipei.
The culture, the beautiful weather, and the hospitality of Morocco.
The serenity that comes with being so far from home.
But being at home with my Filipino family, singing karaoke, that just hits a different part of my heart.
I love all the opportunities Bristol has given me as a creative.
From the sweet sounds of Ghanaian classic high life music.
Taiwanese pop. Afrobeat.
But I also love listening to bachata.
They just hit different.
I fly.
I fly.
I fly.
I fly
Two
to
flags.
Yes, World Remit, a better way to send money. Show your flags.
Yay, Philippines!
Our first guest and Hale's been with us on Talk Alley 3 times now. The current chairperson of Iloilo Pride Team, Secretary General of Gabriela Panay Guimaras, and a legal researcher with the Municipal Trial Court in cities in Iloilo City. Welcome to Talk Alley again, and again, IPT Chair Irish Inoceto.
Woo!
Hello, Irish.
Happy Pride! Happy Pride!
Happy Pride.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
letting
being
me
with us.
let me join you again and again and again.
Oh no, we are happy
It's
to
an
have
honor.
you. We are happy to have you.
The only way to get
Thank you, thank you.
online. She's so busy.
Yeah.
That's the
I
only
love-
way
I
we
love
can
being your
talk to
guest.
her. Okay.
Really? Wow,
Welcome to
that's
Talk Alley.
issue. Thank you so much, and I love you
You
every
love us,
time.
yes.
I always
Love you too,
enjoy
Irish.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love the
Now,
kids
Mike,
too.
our next guest is Daisy Joy Bongay. She's currently residing in France and is here to represent Migrante Europa. Just like us, Mike, she's also a host for Pinoy Radio Europa. Welcome to the show, Daisy.
Hello, Daisy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Ayun. Thank you for inviting me.
Of
Thank you for
course.
being here with us. today.
Finally, you had the time.
Finally, well, actually, I was running, I will be running after an hour kasi today is my scheduled vaccine.
Yay,
Okay,
congratulations.
congratulations. Yes. Pfizer or AstraZeneca?
It will be Pfizer. At sabi ko nga,
Yay!
Sabi ko sana yung bakuna ng Pfizer may kasamang pampalusaw ng fats para 2 in 1.
Join the club.
Okay.
Okay.
Irish and Daisy, we are going to give you real life situations which happened in the LGBTQA community, and we want your reactions. First on the list, convicted American Marine Joseph Scott Pemberton.
Has been deported.
Yes, has been deported to the United States once he is released from his detention after receiving absolute pardon. The Bureau of Immigration on Wednesday said it will... Yes? Yes?
The Bureau of Immigration said it will implement the deportation order issued against Pemberton in 2015 for being an undesirable foreign national.
Yes.
After he was convicted of killing Filipino transgender woman Jennifer Laude in 2014. Your reaction?
Mm-hmm. Irish, you first.
A very strong reaction.
No violent reactions, please.
The fact is, he was part of, the demon of in Malacanang. So, the LGBT community has been up and up against the pardon provided by or given by he who must not be named. And actually, when Jennifer Laude was murdered, because that's what happened, one of the organizations that profited from that event was Haghari, and it became a national democracy. One of those who led the protest against the pardon to Pemberton was Haghari, and last year they protested in Pride Month, and they were arrested and known as Pride 20. So at the moment, we're still going to pursue the government for the unspeakable pardon given to Pemberton.
Okay. How about you, Daisy?
Ako, after the case was considered closed and terminated, talagang nag-ingay ang iba't ibang organisasyon, not only the Bahaghari, not only the LGBTQ group, but even the migrant organization. Kasi makikita natin, special talaga yung treatment ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas kay Pemberton. Basically doon sa kanyang detention facility, hindi naman siya yung typical na hulungan na kung saan talaga nilalagay yung mga preso natin, di ba? So makikita mo talaga VIP siya eh. Hindi dahil foreign national siya, kundi rinig na itong pardon sa kanya ay parang pang-barter. Di ba? Uso yung mga barter. So pang-barter ito para bigyan pa o pautahan pa ng United States ang Pilipinas, liban doon, ng Pilipinas yung mag-benefit sa mga i-donate na vaccine ng state. So, ganun pa yung sinisilip natin yun. At nakikita natin na may mga kababayan tayo na nakakumit or pinagbintangan na nag-commit ng ganitong pagkakasala sa foreign land, dun sa host countries nila, at therefore nakulong and all, at wala namang suporta ng gobyerno na nakukuha sila. Diba?
Yes.
So, yun. Kaya, talagang kinukundin rin ng Migrante Europa yung pagpapalaya ng kay Pemberton. Kasi hindi ko alam kung alam niyo na nung inakwit yan ni Duterte ay hindi pa alam nung panic na Pemberton. Wala silang alam, parang nalaman nilang over.
Yes. It was on the news.
Yeah, diba? So, paano yun? Parang unilaterally na nag-decide the government na palayain na. Parang hindi pa nga niya fully served yung kanyang sentence eh. At hindi mo rin masasabi na palayain natin kasi mabait eh. Parang maganda yung record niya sa kulungan. Kasi, una sa lahat, solo niya yung kulungan eh. So parang makikita yung interaction niya sa ibang mga prisoners. So, ang baseless talaga at hindi makatarungan sa lahat ng anggulo.
Yeah, and to point out that he didn't even serve so much time in prison for the crime that he did, for the murder that he committed.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just spent how long did he spend in prison?
I think it was because na-sentence siya ng 6 to 12 years, di ba?
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if he served like 3 years or so.
Yeah, only.
Yeah.
So that was really
Cheers.
okay.
Bata pa naman kasi yung Bulgari eh.
Oo. Yeah, tama. Okay, for the next. Changing of legal gender. Right now, transgender Filipinos aren't allowed to change their legal gender on their government documents. In a study conducted by UNDP, it cited that while some jurisdictions allow this for certain IDs, it isn't allowed or it's difficult to edit one's birth certificate. It's also not allowed to change her legal gender even after a gender reassignment surgery. What do you think of this?
I think meron ng discussion.
Yeah.
Wait. I think nagkaroon ng discussion dyan si Kate Candanza of
Yeah.
di ba? Oo.
Yeah. LGBT in Europe.
For the benefit of our listeners.
Yeah. So the discussion stated that when you have your legal name, like you were born male and were given a male name, and then you change the way you are because of hormone replacement therapy or gender reassignment, the photo of your passport and your do not match. So there's this difficulty for you to access most of the government services that should be allowed or given to you as a right. Also, it's also difficult to go through immigration, get your services from the government because you have a different face from your ID. And I know that men or trans men would prefer to be given different pronouns. So the difficulty in changing their gender, their names on their legal papers or legal documents makes their life harder, which is also a deprivation of their rights to be who they really are. I think it's asked from the Philippine government to change the legal markers in our passport or government IDs. If the government itself can even pass the surgery bill, it does not even recognize diverse GSC. So beyond the changing of the legal markers, legal documents should be included in the subject or anti-discrimination bill. So basically, we have a lot of things to change in our laws, and that should be a holistic struggle, just a struggle for one right now.
Yes. Yeah, because actually, we just need to improve the laws that is protecting the LGBTQ, which is a SOGI bill, and include that because in our law now there is already a law which you can actually change your name for special considerations. For example, your name gives you humiliation in the community. You can actually tell that in court that you want to change it because it gives you sleepless nights. That it's humiliating to use that name. So there are factors when you can actually change your name in the Philippines. So Now, in this case, it's not only the name, because that's not the question, it's the gender.
Yeah.
The changing of gender in legal documents. So how about you, Daisy?
Ako, sinususugan ko yung naibahagi ni Irish kasi it was last week na nag-guest sa amin si Kay Candasa. Siya yung head ng Filipino LGBT in Europe. Tapos, okay naman siguro ding i-share dito kasi na-disclose naman.
Yes, of course.
So,
It's
dahil,
documented.
yeah, so hindi ako nagchumishika. Charot.
Yeah.
At dyan, edi, ang nangyari nun kasi she had to file a case against doon sa kinakasama niya. At doon sa Netherlands, she's in Netherlands, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, she's in Netherlands, and she was misgendered. She was misgendered by the police. So parang may confusion pa na ikaw ba yung nasa identity mo versus ikaw ba yung nasa harap ko? Parang ganun. So it took a while, no? It took a while para dun sa pagproseso niya ng kaso. At siguro dahil doon, 'di ba? Tayo naman ang pinupush natin palagi ay yung society na inclusive, na classless, na we don't have to struggle para sa ganito kung yung ating lipunan ay tanggap talaga dahil hindi lang naman usapin ng papel lang no? Hindi usapin ng papel lang kundi ng pagkakilala mo sa sarili mo at kung paano mo rin pinapakilala yung sarili mo sa kapwa mo, sa ibang tao. Yeah.
So in this case, you were talking about the case here in Europe. Dito naman in the Philippines naman, this was ruled after the Meli Silverio ruling in 2007, wherein a trans woman was denied her right to legally change her name and sex on her legal documents. The Supreme Court argued that allowing her to change her name and gender marker will alter established laws on marriage and family relations. Yun yung basihan sa Pilipinas. They are more concerned on the established laws on family relations and marriage. So, what do you think on that?
Napakabulok talaga. Napakabulok talaga. Doon naman
This was in 2007, the case.
Yeah, kasi the consti naman, even it was nabuo after that EDSA and all, after the Marcos era and all. Madami pa rin naman tayong sinisilip na kailangan i-revise or i-improve, 'di ba? Sa mga pagkakataon na katulad nito na ba't mas iintindihin mo yung kabuuan ng pamilya. Ikaw miyembro ka ng pamilya. So, dapat, di ba? Ayun yung pinakamaliit na unit. Dapat ikaw muna. Parang, ewan ko well, I'm a pansexual, so I belong to the rainbow community. At alam ng pamilya ko ito. At siguro kung yung pamilya ko ay tinutulig sa ako and all, or hindi ako tanggap at a certain point, parang sikil na sikil. I'm super repressed. parang talagang maghihimutok ako. No, hindi. I would not be comfortable or I won't feel at home in my own home. Yeah. Tama yun.
And you, Irish? On that basis. Legal basis.
Anyway, on that basis,
and you took up law.
There's another case. It's no. Okay, there's another case. Probably, nawala ako doon. Sorry. Republic versus. It's actually I've already met the kagandahan case, and ang pinagkaiba niya is that intersex. So basically, he was labeled, he was assigned female at birth, but first intersex siya, nag-iba na yung hormones niya, nag-descend and everything. So he applied for a change of gender marker, and he was the Supreme Court said that it was letting nature take its course. So basically, it should treat the same when the trans woman defines herself as a woman. Even if you're born male at birth, and you find and you know deep within yourself that you are a woman, that's also letting nature take its course. Because there's no, but I think the Supreme Court is referring to the physical, organ of the kagandahan case. But it's not only what's between our us. Our gender is on our vaginas and our penises. Okay, gender is even a social construct. Sexualization is not something that we force ourselves to get into. I'm a lesbian because I love women, not because I force myself to love women. I'm sorry, Mike, but I've never liked men in the sense that I want to have, sexual, romantically or sexually. But I'm not even forcing myself to like men. I mean, if I force myself to like men, that's going against my nature. I mean, sexuality is, of course, fluid, but that is also nature. We do not impose anything on something that makes it unnatural. So basically, when you say letting nature take its course, being a trans woman is letting nature take its course, letting somebody be to be who they are. When we're making motherhood statements, but uh, realistically speaking, they're focusing too much on what's between our legs. I mean, that's what we call private parts. Why do they have to decide on what we do with our bodies? So
On that
our
note,
bodies are decisions.
yeah, on
Yes,
that note,
correct.
regardless of one's gender, no one should force themselves on others.
Also
It's called
correct,
rape.
completely.
So true. Always remember consent. Yeah, consent.
Okay. Speaking of transgenders, there were also cases of transgenders being handcuffed because of using the public toilet in the Philippines. What's your take on this?
Should
Daisy?
I?
Daisy was already smiling, so
Hindi
bring it
kasi,
on.
kasi, hindi ko maiwasan na ikumpara yung ganap dito sa Paris, sa France, doon
Oh.
sa Pinas. Kasi dito, like, who cares kung saang banyo ko pumasok? Ang objective ko dun ay umihi, ay dumumi o kung ano man, di ba? So, ang pangit naman sigurong, ang pangit tignan na kunyari ako ay isang trans woman. Papasok ako sa banyo ng mga lalaki. Di ba? Kasi I was born male. O, di ba? So, pasok ako sa banyo ng mga lalaki. Eh, syempre, babaeng-babae ako, pagpasok ko doon. Di magugulat din naman sila, like, what the fuck, ano ginagawa? Sorry. Ano ginagawa mo dito? Parang, di ba, magkakagulatan. Bakit, hindi ko lang matanggap na ganun din naman yung mga babae siguro na mararamdaman nila na kapag pumasok na may trans man doon sa banyo ng mga babae. Ay, naku, sisilipan ako nito. Ay, naku, baka pag nasahan ako nito. Diba? Why don't let them be? Ba't hindi nga sila hayaan kung saan sila komportable hanggat wala naman silang kinukos na any trouble dun sa mga kasabay nila or hindi naman sila nag-iiskandalo. Pero hindi pa dun sa usapin ng pinusasan or whatsoever. Dun mismo sa mga Pinoy na may mga ganong pagtingin nga, di ba? Na pinilit mo si trans woman na magbanyo sa mga lalaki. Alam mo, malaki yung pagkakataon na maharas pa itong si trans woman eh. 'Di ba? Kasi bubulihin ng mga lalaki, babastusin and all, 'di ba? Kapag ba na-experience yan ni trans woman, ipagtatanggol ba siya ng mga pulis o ng kung sinong security guard na ando doon? 'Di ba hindi natin yun tiyak eh. Pero ito kasi ito talaga yung nangyayari. So, anong ginagawa natin dito? Irish. Anong pagtugon niyo dito?
Yes. Irish, it's your turn.
Super talaga naman ng toilet.
Oh.
I really hate that we get relegated to the
Toilet is
important.
going to the toilet. It's a necessity for everyone.
I mean, but why did they make it an issue when trans woman who looks like a woman, not like one, who is a woman, who dresses femininely, tama ba yung English ko? Would get handcuffed for using the toilet. Toilet, question mo naman talaga sa toilet, kung flush ka ba ng tama o hindi. Kasi, when a woman goes into the toilet of males, there's always this danger of being harassed. Tama yung sinabi ni Daisy. Being harassed, being put in danger. Yeah, because we are in a very patriarchal, macho, fascist, nation, culture, state. This is the reality of the Philippines. It's not about demanding or asking for facilities for trans women or gender neutral toilets. Yes, we all have gender neutral toilets in our homes. Diba?
Yes.
So we all should have access to the toilets that we are called to do our business in. And that should not be a business for anybody but ours. Diba? So I think the demand should be down with this patriarchy, down with this discrimination against the LGBT. It's not only an issue about women, when I am, and I go into the women's toilet, get looks. Women, hindi naman siguro ako, but women look me up and down, whether I'm male or not. Why would the man go to toilet or something else? But the discrimination is prevalent not only to our trans sisters, it's prevalent for everybody else. So the demand is actually not only for toilets for our trans or gender neutral bathrooms or toilets. It should be to really change the system of patriarchy, to really educate the people that there's nothing wrong for trans women at that point go into their own toilets. What do we really do in public restrooms? Except, our business. So, isa din sa mga I'm really pushing for the passage of the discrimination, which has been languishing in the halls of Congress and the Senate for the past 30 years. Buhay pa si William Defenso Santiago nang pinanukala niya ito sa Senado. Buhay pa siya noon. Ngayon patay. Ngayon, bumalik na naman siya sa Kongreso yung anti-discrimination bill. Balik na naman sa komite. So, hanggang kailan na makikipaglaban ng LGBT para magkaroon ng pinaka-basic human nagkakaroon na nga ng animal rights. Nagkakaroon na nga ng protection against legal possession of firearms. Paano naman yung tao, yung LGBT? We are all tax-paying citizens in this country. Why can't we have the most basic protection under the law?
And also, gusto kong dagdagan yung sinabi ni Irish na na talaga kasing prevalent ang discrimination sa atin. Cause why not? Diba? Cause why not? We are being led by this baliw na pangulo na sobrang walang galang. Hindi lang sa mga babae. I mean, para sa lahat. Pero most of all, wala siyang paggalang sa mga kababaihan. Diba? Alam mo, i-share ko sa inyo yung employer ko dito So, French ito na employer ko, pero kilala niya si Duterte Dahil sabi niya, Daisy, is it true? Sabi ko, ano yun, madam? Sabi niya, babarilin daw ng sabi ng president niya, babarilin daw sa vagina yung mga female rebels and all. Ganito ganyan. Sabi ko, yeah. Sabi ko, ganun yung president namin. Sabi niya, so what are you doing about it? Sabi ko, we are trying to oust him. Like, with all our force. We are trying to out him kasi, 'di ba? Ang dami ng ganyang pangyayari. Tapos ang nakakaloka din kasi parang nag-call si Duterte ng proper implementation of the Magna Carta for women, 'di ba, sa government, na nag-seek na i-eliminate yung discrimination against women. Tapos after nun, nag-call pa siya to women at gender equality event na bitches daw, no? Mga puta daw yung mga babae. 'Di ba? Parang after a month mo pinush itong Magna Carta, sasabihan mo na namang mga puta yung mga babae at mga reject sila ng mga kaparian ng simbahan. 'Di ba? So, alam mo, tinutunggalin ni Duterte yung sarili niya. Kaya alam mo, hindi talaga siya akma na para sa posisyon dahil hindi na siya makapag-isip ng tama. Sa totoo lang, 'di ba?
Parang ano siya, it's like marriage when one person is abused.
At saka ano nga, sobrang sexist niya. So, pumasok ako bigla sa usapin ng mga babae, na-trigger ako dun sa discrimination eh. Kasi proud na proud pa siya, no, na sabi niya, I love women. Why not? I love women. That's why I have 2 wives. Sabi niya pang ganon. 'Di ba? Pinagmamalaki niya talaga 'yon. So, parang ibang pagmamahal yung sinasabi niya at pinopromote niya pa the polygamy na hindi nga kinikilala sa Pilipinas or parang isang malaking pagkakasala sa atin, 'di ba? Tapos ang dami niyang hanash na sobrang sexist nung, 'di ba? Ang dami niyang remarks na gano'n at kinilala yan, umabot yan sa International Criminal Court. Yung mga ganyang patutsyada ni Duterte, hindi yan tinitake as baliwala ng international community. Kumbaga, 1 point, Mark. 2 points, parang lahat ng abuses mo against the Filipino women and the whole community, whole nation. Hindi nga, anyway, sige, go. Sorry.
Yes. Duterte,
No. But before we end, we're going to take a break and listen to the songs of Eman Abatayo, all the way from the Philippines. Eman?
Hey!
Hello!
Hey, Eman!
Hi guys! Hi Maria! Hi Irish! Hi Daisy!
Kamusta dira sa Iloilo?
Currently we are on lockdown again.
We hear a bit of echo.
Echo.
Echo. Oh my God, we miss Iloilo.
Hello. Ayun. Okay na ba?
Yes, that's better. Nice. Thank you, Eman.
Yes, perfect.
Thank you for being with us at Talk Alley.
We miss Iloilo, Eman. How's the weather?
Malakas yung ulan ngayon, kaya medyo nag-disconnect ako. Sa Iloilo, mahina pa rin yung internet.
Kerian!
Pag umuulan, yung signal dito, mahina pa rin. Ganun pa rin, hindi nagbabago.
You and Irish are both from Iloilo.
Oh, yes.
Yun. Okay, let's hear it from Eman.
Yeah, I'm in Iloilo.
Alright, I'm gonna sing an original song that I wrote a couple of years ago, way back in Pinoy Dream Academy, Season 1. This one is called Healing. Nag-iisang pag-ibig ang nais makamit, yun ay ikaw. Nag-iisang pangako na di magbabago.
Yeah,
Eman, are you still there?
seem to have some
Technical problems.
signal issues. Eman, are you
Nawala si
still-
Eman.
Nawala si Eman.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
we'll
actually,
just get back to Eman
but
in a while.
Yeah, we'll just get back to Eman. We hope that the signal is getting stronger.
Yeah.
So then let's continue with the next discussion point. Breaking the HIV/AIDS stigma. Last January, the Philippines HIV/AIDS Policy Act of 2018 was signed into law. This seeks to reform the country's 20-year-old legal framework on addressing human immunodeficiency, virus infection, and acquired immune deficiency syndromes, HIV/AIDS in parentheses. Plus, this aims to allocate more funds to HIV prevention, diagnosis and treatment. Why is this important? You go first, Irish.
This HIV has killed more others, and it's not killing only from the LGBT community, but it can actually affect everybody who's human and who has been practicing sex. And most of our communities have no sex education, have no access to sex. Although it has allocated more budget, yes, it has allocated more budget. It has provided for the ARVs of people living with HIV. It has allocated for hubs, hubs where they can access services. But the government still has this problem with execution. A lot of sectors, there are some religious sectors that try to bar even from in high school students. When do people start having sex? To be honest, to be really honest, and you don't give them access to condoms, to sex education. So that's really problematic. So, yes, you give them the facilities, but that's after the fact. After they get HIV, we concentrating on the spread of HIV. It's also know that there are institutions that ensure people living with HIV get services. Also, have there are many who ensure that the PLHIVs get their dosages, their medicines, their ARVs pandemic when they had difficulty and ensuring that they don't have to be because of their status. So, iba naman kasi yung andyan yung batas at yung implementasyon.
Yes.
So, I think it's not only entering and giving services to the PLHIV, but also ensure prevention of the spread of disease. And most important is reaching the most number of people about education and that when you give somebody condom, it doesn't mean that they should have sex right away. They at least should.
Okay.
How about you, Daisy?
Yes.
Siguro,
Why is this important, this law?
Dagdagan ko na lang siguro yung sinabi ni Irish, no? Kasi, di ba, alam naman natin, there are 3 ways para makontract mo the HIV, di ba? Through the sharing of the syringes and all, di ba? Or pag nakipag-mate ka dun sa isa pang person infected with the HIV, at dun sa mother and child, di ba? Through pregnancy, breastfeeding, and all. Diba? So, dagdag doon sa naibahagi ni Irish kasi ang Pilipinas isa siya sa mga may fastest growing HIV epidemic sa Western Pacific. Parang sa statistics noong 2018 lang meron ng 1,047 new cases. That's new cases, ah.
Mm.
So dahil dito siguro ang tingin ko number one, maigi siguro na yung stigma dito sa HIV ay ma-reduce sa pamamagitan niya ng education, 'di ba? O yung binanggit niya ni Irish na promotion of sexual health. Challenging siya sa Pinas dahil 'di ba parang Christian enemy daw the Philippines, 'di ba? So tinitignan nila na parang ini-equate nila sa pagkakasala or immorality, 'di ba? Yung ganitong aspeto. Liban diyan, yung sexual health at yung gender sensitivity education, sa tingin ko maganda na i-integrate doon sa curriculum sa mga paaralan. At ano talaga, as early as siguro, ewan ko, don't know, maybe first year high school or maybe earlier, na parang, kung tama yung alala ko, parang grade 5 pa lang ako noon, may mga ganung talk na doon sa school namin eh. At lalo naman na ngayon, 'di ba, may mga kabataan nga na as young as 9 years old, may mga nabubuntis na. So ibig sabihin, yung mga nagko-commit na ng mga ganong sexual activity at alam natin na pwedeng ma-infect yung mga kabataan through sexual intercourse, 'di ba? At siguro pangalawa, yung awareness din among healthcare providers, no? Siguro kailangan i-increase, 'di ba? Kasi doon yung sa curriculum ng medical and nursing and all, because I was a nurse sa atin. Siguro mas maigi kung i-emphasize pa yung importance ng early HIV detection. At kasi yung pag once you're infected na with HIV, parang chronic na siya, though manageable disease. Manageable naman talaga siya. At isa sa mga naapektuhan ngayong pandemya, yung mga PLHIV natin, people living with HIV, kasi sila yung hindi makapass through sa mga anong tawag dyan? Anong tawag nila doon? Mga borders, I don't know.
Checkpoint.
Diba? Parang i-disclose ba nila doon sa mga police at military na nakabantay doon sa checkpoint na I have to pass through kasi andito yung center ko, kailangan kong kumuha ng mga antiviral medications ko, 'di ba? Parang sa atin dahil nga may gantong stigma sa mga taong may HIV, parang alam mo yun, hindi naman agad para paniwalaan ng mga pulis o kaya if ever na maniwala sila, manidiri sila sa'yo. So isa yan sa mga naibahagi noong nakaraang ding guesting niya sa PRE. Ayan. Tapos siguro pangatlo, yung meron kasi tayong tinatawag na pre-exposure prophylaxis or yung PrEP na tinatawag namin. So sa tingin ko, dapat ito ay ma-distribute na on a national scale. Kasi siya highly effective sa pag-prevent ng HIV. Pero yung availability niya kasi sa Pinas, parang limited lang sa Maynila. Ganon. 'Di ba? Hindi lang naman sa Maynila merong HIV. 'Di ba? So, dapat nationwide.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Siguro, panghuli na lang. Dami ko nang
Okay. No problem. Cheryl, you want?
Yes, sure, please.
Siguro panghuli, yung mga primary care physicians, dapat siguro ma-empowered pa lalo para mag-provide ng HIV care. Kasi ang HIV isa siya sa mga communicable diseases. At alam natin na yung DOH, sila yung binawasan pa ng budget, no? Kaya itong mga physician natin, sila yung nag-expert ng sobrang effort para maabot yung mga tao sa community, hindi lang sa Manila, pero dun sa mga rural areas kasi andoon karamihan talaga ng mga kaso. At
in Iloilo, as earlier Irish was saying that we have laws, we really have great laws that were created. Pero yung implementation ng problema. Actually, in Iloilo, there are programs that reaches out schools and communities for HIV. Can you tell them about it, Irish? Because the Iloilo Pride team also works with the same organization.
Yeah. We
And
are working with one of our sponsors and allies have been the Family Planning Office of the Philippines, FPOP,
yes.
under Ma'am Mona. So, so far I know meron ng develop pero konti pa lang.
Mm-hmm.
And all because there's pag-push din ng FPOP. Sana all may FPOP. I know that marami din namang opisina yung FPOP, but you know, it should be given to even barangay health, diba? Para ma-spread nila yung PrEP, yung condos, everything. But sadly, it takes the initiative of other organizations for those services to reach us. Yeah, there are PrEP available in Manila, but yes, as they said, mostly concentrated siya sa greater area ng Manila, sa nasa capital, hindi sa mga rural areas. So if you ask people from the rural areas, from the marginalized communities, if they know what that is, they would probably not answer you.
I actually experienced it at firsthand. I was helping with the organization. I attended actually when they were giving out education, awareness,
Yes.
educational awareness in schools, and I think it was really a good program. They are very interactive with the students. They allow questions and they would answer it with facts. So I hope that they train more individuals in order that we can educate more people, not just in schools, but also to other areas in the communities in the Philippines. So, yun. So, para ma-lesson din ang Signa, because I think it's also cultural din Filipinos are very, they talk a lot about other individuals, but in secret, but they don't want to talk about things that are important in private, in public, I mean. They don't want to discuss issues that are relevant, but they want to talk about other people behind your back.
Yeah, tsaka ano dyan, Maria, liban dyan, di ba tayong mga Pinoy, pamoso tayo na hindi tayo pupunta ng clinic or ng ospital hanggat hindi grabe yung
Kaya mamamatay.
mamamatay, di ba? Doon lang, kaya yung early
That's
detection
true.
talaga, egis talaga yun sa atin. Kaya malaking tulong din yung edukasyon talaga sa community. Dapat sa grassroots pa lang, per barangay, di ba?
Yes.
Dapat may ganun.
I didn't want to mention it, but we have that chismis culture that we are very fond of to talk about other people. But, maybe we should make chismis of significant issues so that, it's more productive. So,
More educational.
yes. The educational chismis. Okay. So, before we end our discussion with this amazing individuals who are leaving us in a while. So we would like to ask them their final question before we bring Eman in. So our final question, what do you think should be resolved in order for the LGBTQA and women become more safer and productive in the Philippines? Parang, ang dami pa bang kailangan pa ba ng batas, new laws, besides, the law that is very important, which is soggy until now and nakabinbin pa rin. What should be the support that the government needs to support the women, the LGBTQA community?
Well, first and foremost, you have to change the misogynist president that we have
government.
because we will not gain any change of government or probably change the culture. Really misogyny, the machismo, the fragile masculinity that comes from is actually what's putting women down. As long as the patriarchal system exists, we will always have this beautiful laws. We always have this gluten statements. But as long as this system exists, we will always be relegated to the margins. We have gained grounds of having protection with anti-discrimination ordinances in the city municipality. Not stop people from discriminating against us. So the itself does not stop people, from discrimination because they don't read the law itself. What we should stop is really cut it from the roots. Discrimination should not be a part of our system. Should not be a part of our culture. Katulad lang ng pandidiri na kumain ng kapwa-tao. Oh wait, as well, cannibalism. Katulad lang ng cannibalism. People find it very abhorrent. But then we should find discrimination against the persons of diversity SC as abhorrent as well. As well as other people, di ba? As well as EJK, as well as the president sitting in Lanyang, he should a sitting president who is misogynistic, a fascist, to stay in power. So, wakasan na. Ganun pa natin babakasan. Pagpapin ng lahat.
Yeah. I second the motion. Diba? Sa kagyat kasi ayun yung pwede nating magawa diba? Hanggat nandiyan si Duterte, parang we could not move forward kasi inaarangan niya the Sorgi Bill diba? At liban dyan, hanggat nandiyan siya, ini-empower niya kasi yung mga Pinoy na maging bastos sa kapwa nila. Hindi na lang to sa LGBT community as in sa lahat, 'di ba? Kasi siya mismo ganun na parang natural sa kanya na maging magsalita ng pabalang or against everyone. Parang walang lumabas na maganda sa bibig niya. Diba sabi niya, meron siyang hanash nun nung SONA niya, I think it was 2019. Sabi niya, nung 3 araw daw na may krisis sa tubig, nag-aalala daw siya kasi baka yung jowa niya daw hindi daw makaligo at baka mangamoy something daw. Tapos meron pa siyang hanash na bukas na ulit yung Boracay. Sabi niya ganun sa mga foreigners. Sabi niya, go na kayo doon kasi yung mga kababaihan naghihintay lang, mga nagsisunbathing lang yun sa beach. Parang hinihintay lang kayong mga parokyano. Like, what? Diba? So,
actually, in relation to that, since we are trying to celebrate the LGBTQA community and women, he also said that women cannot be presidents. So now that his daughter has announced that she's running for the presidency, how ironic is that? What do you think of Sara Duterte running for president?
Ayan yung inaayawan na.
She's running with Gibo, right?
I think I think ang mas pinupush pa nila Duterte. Parang
I think they announced already that it's a Duterte-Gibo partnership.
Parang ang hirap maniwala kasi di ba si Duterte sabi nga niya wala siyang balak tumakbo. Tapos napilitan lang siya dahil nagpakalbo si Sara. Like, what? Parang hindi na maniniwala. Pero ang umuubong talaga ngayon ay ang tandem ng mag-ama. Diba? At hindi mga katotohanan na walang puwang sa presidency ang mga babae. Mga si Gloria. Diba? Tinawag-tropa niya si Gloria
Germany is being run by a woman, so I have no,
why the Vietnam?
The statements
I don't even question that anymore because Merkel is ruling here and other successful nations who were able to fight COVID, were ruled by women.
Yeah, so siguro bago ako
No,
mag-goodbye. Sige, Noceto.
Yes, Irish, please.
Sige, Noceto, ikaw na.
Noceto.
Kasi, bongga, ano ba yan? Ganito kasi yan. I think not only are his statements misogynistic and patriarchal and, pang-insulto sa kababaihan, but it's actually to line up the sentiments of the Filipinos, of the people, a lot of issues. You in the Philippines, there's the Olympics, the SEA Games na Caldero, there's Bongo, there's lahat ng mga issues, lahat ng pangungurakot ay ang 19 billion ng NTFL Cup na naubos na looking for more, etc., etc. I think Duterte is using these statements to cover up issues because he notices that when he talks to women, the public issue, so it covers up a lot of smokescreen. Not only is it a smokescreen, it's all lies. Because we know that, as you've said, women can rule the world like Beyonce. Oh my God! So who run the
We're
world?
going to start singing.
Yes, pero Beyonce is one of the LGBT icons. So
yes,
so you have to remember that whatever it's all lies. Because remember when he said he's going jet ski to the Pagpalayan Islands. Now he's saying that
Which
that was
never
a joke.
happened.
Hindi matikang joke. Ang Bisaya, as you expect, parang ganon. So, Sara Gibo, ako gusto ko Sara Giba. Kain talaga sila. Matapos na talaga sila because if we had never again to martial law, if we have never again, plus we should have never again to Duterte. Never again to in of. Kasi what have they done to the Philippines? They have achieved all the violations of human rights in just a year. What Marcos has achieved in 20 years. Yung pangungurakot, they have achieved in 1 year. What Marcos has achieved. Well, I'm not saying the Marcoses are better, pero sila. Because sinabi ni Duterte, idol niya si Marcos. And he has surpassed the levels of violations of human rights, pangungurakot, kamatay, pagkukulong, at ang dami nating hashtags, justice for the Bloody Sunday, justice for everybody who has suffered under Duterte. Why would we want another Duterte? Is his daughter in office. Hindi ako pwedeng mag-endorse kasi
Okay, so now thank you guys for joining us. Thank you very much for being with us, Irish and Daisy. Thank you. Of course, we expect Irish to be part of the show again. And Daisy, we hope that you'll be able to guest with us we'll have a longer conversation.
Yeah, hope so. Thank you. Mag-iingat kayo. Mag-iingat
kayo. See you next time. Thank you for being there.
Thank you.
Madaming salamat.
So now we're going to have Eman back on the show now.
Yes, Eman,
are you ready for us?
Hello.
Nag-iisang pag-ibig ang nais mo makamit, yun ay ikaw. Nag-iisang pangako na di magbabago para sa'yo. Saan ka man ay sana'y maalala mo. Kailanman asahang di makalayo, tanging ikaw lamang ang aking ibig. Walang ibang hiling kundi ang yakap mo't halik.
Once again, thank you very much, Doc Ali.
Hindi malilimutan mga araw natin kay sarap balikan. At lagi mong isipin, walang ibang mahal kundi ikaw, ikaw. Malayo ka man ay sana'y maalala mo. At kailanman pangako di makalayo, tanging ikaw lamang ang aking ibig. Walang ibang hiling kundi ang yakap mo't halik. Tanging ikaw lamang ang aking ibigin. Walang ibang hiling kundi ang yakap mo't halik. Tanging ikaw lamang ang aking ibigin habang buhay.
Once again, maayong gabi. Good evening po.
Good evening, very handsome voice.
One of my original song that I wrote a couple of years ago. Pinoy Dream Academy days. Sang by my best friend, JR. Kamusta po kayo? Thank you, Marla. Here's a classic from Cyndi Lauper.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking. Think of you, caught up in circles, confusion, and nothing new. Flashback, one night, almost left behind. Suitcase, memories, time after sometimes you picture me walking too far ahead. You calling to me, can't hear what you said. You say go slow, I fall behind. The second hand's unwind. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. time after time, time after time. After my picture faded, the darkness has turned to gray. Watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. You say go slow, I fall behind. The second hands unwind.
The song.
And if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. The time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. It's okay.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you very much.
Nice song.
You want more?
Yes!
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You've been like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. And a little less love as a rat. And I think I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Take my eyes off you. I found another way that I stand. There's nothing else to compare. This side of you makes me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel what I feel, please let me know that's real. Just too good to be true. Take my eyes off you. I love you, baby. This is quite alright. Need you, baby. On a lonely night, I love you, baby. Trust in me and I say it's okay. Oh, pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Pretty baby, then I found you, stay. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. You've been like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. And Hello, let's love as a right. And I thank God I'm alive. It's just too good to be true. Take my eyes off you. And part of the way that I stare, there's nothing else to compare. The sight of you makes me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel what I feel, please let me know that it's real. It's just too good to be true. Take my eyes off you. I love you, baby. That's quite alright. I need you, baby. You want a lonely night. I love you, baby. You trust in me, and I say it's okay. Oh, pretty baby, don't let me down. I pray, pretty baby. And then I found you stay. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
Thank you very much, Eman. Yeah, thank you very much, and we'll hear more of Eman when we come back.
Yes.
All right.
See you later, Eman.
See you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
So now we're gonna introduce.
Yes, for part 2.
Yeah.
Maria, our guest, is a seasoned actress. She has been in so many films, we can only name a few. But before we say who she is, let's watch this short clip.
Sequence 14, shot 1, take 1.
Mga bata po.
Alingin siyang yung mga bagets!
Ano ba? Hindi naman ako buntis eh.
Isa pa.
Okay, Mike, we are so lucky to have her on Talk Alley in spite of her always busy schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, actress Miss Sunshine Chodoro. Hello, Shine. Oh my God, thank you for being with us today.
You are still on mute.
Mute.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hello, Sunshine.
Nagulat ako sa seasoned actress, di ba? Lakas mo.
Oo naman. Yes, you are.
Yes, that's amazing.
Amazing. You have such a long list of films, television appearances that you have been in Shine. Can you tell us how you started working in the film industry? How did you start?
I was the first film that I did is by an Ilonggo director, Ray Gibraltar, and I was still in med school. But that's when I decided to quit med school and then pursue my acting career. Ang kapal na mukha, diba? Akala mo maganda. Diba?
Uy, grabe ka naman. You are beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. And then?
And then after noon, I went to Manila kasi feeling ko, hindi, may film na ako eh. mayabang. Probinsyana ang utak. Pagdating dito, wala ako. So I had to work as a PA, as a setman, as a wardrobe, as a basta lahat ng positions na pwede kong pasukin sa industriya, pinasok ko muna, and then
So behind the scenes ka muna.
Oo, nag-behind the scenes muna ako, hindi eh. I'm not happy. I'm not even good at the jobs na pinasok ko. Siguro mas dito ako sa harap ng camera. Mas komportable, mas masaya, ganun.
So doon, yun, binurso mo pa rin siya. So,
yes.
Yeah, can you give us mga films na nagawa mo? Can you give us your top 3 favorite films? The films that you were also part of.
Oh, yeah. The film na nagbigay sa akin ng break is yung Extra. The title is Extra. The lead is Ate V. So I was one of the support. Have you watched it? Kung hindi pa, meron, it was for Cinemalaya 2013 ata, I forgot. Basta that was my, kumbaga, that was paved the way for me to get into the mainstream. And then, that's number 1.
Yes.
Number 2 is High Tide, an Ilonggo film by Tara Illenberger.
Tara.
Yes, it is very close to my heart. We shot it in Dumangas. Diba? Mike, are you also from Iloilo?
Yes, I'm from Iloilo. Yeah, Nunasena.
Ayun, so nag-shoot kami sa Dumangas. And then, but I wish you could watch it. Kasi pag kwento ko mamaya kung bakit ko siya gustong-gusto, baka malaman nyo na yung buong kwento.
Yeah. It's actually harder to get the independent films, here in Germany. We try our best to watch them in platforms na pwede namin panooran. Kasi ayaw naman namin to pirate the indie films eh. We don't want to watch those films in other platforms na, pirated. Tsaka bawal din dito.
Yes.
Oo nga eh. And then I think you could only watch it kung merong mga film festival na was inviting.
Yes, isa pa yun. Sometimes we try to reach out on filmmakers talaga to bring those films here. Kaso, mahirap din if you don't have the network eh. And we tried several times. We wanted to have film showings here with independent films. Kaso, it's hard to reach out also.
Yeah, and also I think it's financially draining when you bring the film there. Kasi diba, parang aside from the screening itself, you have to pay for the rights or something.
Yes,
I don't know.
That's actually not an issue when you have sponsors.
Yeah. But it's also hard to get sponsors.
Well, depende sa network.
Yeah. Yun na nga.
Yeah.
Siguro.
Yeah, but marami namang communities dito, Filipinos, are very supportive on the
I
indie arts.
know.
Yeah, so they really, when it comes to finances and getting resources to bring them here, it's easier because we really have a big community who supports the film and music industry.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm really amazed. I have hindi naman ako sikat, but there are people from the US, there are Pinoys from the US, there are Pinoys from Europe, na nagme-message sa akin even in the Middle East na parang napanood ka namin sa ganito, sa extra, sa ganyan. Sabi niya, tapos minsan may nililing pa, baka magkamag-anak tayo sa ganito, ganyan. So sabi ko, alam mo yung love nila and yung thirst to see Filipino films, not only films, Filipino talents, 'di ba? Na kung makita nila, ma-experience nila, parang iba rin yung joy na binibigay sa inyo, like kayo, lalo na kayo, nasa ibang bansa kayo, 'di ba?
Yes. You're both in Germany. But siguro cultural din siya because dito, people really value any type of work and they respect it. So that's one of the things that we're gonna talk about later.
Yes.
So anyway.
So you just stated 2 films. One is missing.
Yeah, one more.
And the latest one is John Denver Trending.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Oo,
Yeah.
kasi ito I have to say why I love this so much because
Besides being multi-awarded film.
yeah. And then in my province kasi I'm from Antique, yung support kasi on mental health and the the what do you call this one? Yung government support sa mental health is very very kulang. In fact, parang mga 1% lang out of 100. So and kung kunyari and then nalulungkot ka lang ganun yung parang dinidismiss na lang kaagad nila. So parang maybe it's time that we should really get into the mental health issues of everyone, especially now na pandemic.
Okay. If you were to cast a film, who would you want to work with in the Philippines or abroad?
In the Philippines, that would be Yuel Servo for the simple reason that he's my crush. And he's a very good.
I was gonna say, ooh, so hot.
he's really a very good actor and very good person. It's yun. May sasabihin pa sana ako. Cheka.
Sige pa, add mo pa, who else?
Yes.
I like
About women.
Women, I've worked with Nora Honor. I've worked with Vilma Santos. I want to work with Marcel Soriano, and then
About the younger generation.
Sa younger generation, Jasmine Curtis.
Really, si Jasmine.
Yeah, she's a very good actress and very humble. Wala akong masabi.
Who else? Maybe not so with someone that we should know.
Sino pa ba? Parang yun lang eh. Kasi minsan hindi ko hindi ko ina-expect na nakakatrabaho kung ay shucks nasa. You know what, when I was starting, I made a list of those I want to work with. Na kasi nangangarap pa lang ako and I need to have this vision na nakikita ko, hindi lang basta-basta.
May wish basket ka.
Oo, tapos sinulat ko sa notebook and then these are the people na gusto kong makatrabaho like sila Eddie Garcia pero hindi ko siya nakatrabaho. Anong Kalinda naka-work ko siya and then I also made the list of directors na gusto kong makatrabaho and so far unti-unti ko na sila almost na nakakatrabaho.
Almost done na yung list.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone is watching K-films series, including someone I know here. And
series?
Yeah.
K-series, mga Korean series.
Korean series.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think of the attention given to the Korean film TV industry?
I'm also guilty. No. I'm also guilty. I think when it comes to series, they have these unique stories na maiintindihan ko kasi usually what we see on TV, what we see on the movies is the reflection of our lifestyle, diba? Our culture. So it's just so happen na sa kanila siguro iba yung culture nila at the same time na a-adapt natin and because ang tawag nito no, I can't say na mas maganda silang gumawa ng series but they have this unique way of telling a story.
So instead of competing those two films industry from different countries, we should try to work harder. As an industry, right, Shine?
And I can't, ang tawag nito, hindi kasi tayo nahuhuli din when it comes to films eh.
Creativity.
Like, we have Diaz, we have Brillante Mendoza, we have Arden Rod Condes, we have Sonny Calvento, and these are the people, the directors that I know that have very, very good films competing abroad. So
and recently Smokey Serna just won the Best Actress.
Yes, and we also have actors, and especially ngayong pandemic, I'm so surprised that there are a lot of Filipino actors working in Europe, working in US, making a
Yeah.
film, a
Yes.
collaboration.
Oo. What was that film recently? It's an American produced film. Oh, during the pandemic, it was made also. I just forgot the title. Anyway, how has the pandemic affected your work?
I honestly speaking, since last year, since the pandemic started, I only did like three projects.
Which normally you do more.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, I do more. I do series, I do stage, I do kung
mm,
pwede lang ayoko magpahinga kasi siguro feeling ko kasi bata pa ako eh. So
yeah,
parang 'di ba? Kung pwede kang kumita ng pera, why not? Kung gusto mo
yes.
naman yung ginagawa mong
Mm,
yung material, why not, 'di ba? But
mm,
now it's just ganon. So I had to make a way how to earn extra money aside
mm.
from the film industry na nakasanayan kong gawin. Which is okay too kasi it
Oo.
relaxes my
But you
mind.
have this, you adapted actually, I think the TV and the film industry now adapted in the pandemic. They have this closed filming, something. What's the
We
term?
call it lock-in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
before kasi, kunyari, gagawa ako ng film. So, the
Mm-mm.
next day, kung rest day ko dito sa film, I can go to TV.
Oo.
Segue ang tawag namin. We call it segue. Pero now kasi hindi. So,
It's not
if you're
possible.
lock-in, oo, kung like the project I did last February, I only had like 7 day shoot, but nag-lock-in ako ng 14 days.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So, bawal kaming lumabas.
Oo.
Kasi magsa-swab test kami. So yung ganon, it's really financially draining to the pockets of the producers, especially the Filipino producers. Pero ayun na nga. So,
You're members of the film industry organization. What's your organization, the film industry?
actor.
Actor. So what does it do to protect people like you in the industry and other people who work behind the scenes who are members in that organization?
For now kasi, we are all actors pa, but I think, we are planning to include other job titles sa industry. But for now, we're all actors and kinakapapa namin how to, kasi even our rights minsan,
Yeah.
hindi hindi namin tawag niyan, hindi minsan natatapakan na rin kami. So kahit pala kahit pala mataas na sobra yung kinikita mo, pero hindi eh. So ngayon kinakapa pa namin slowly kung paano namin gagawin, and then we're trying to make a way. That's why I'm an active member of Aktor Tindahan. Ito naman, we made this during the pandemic, yung branch ng Aktor Tindahan, to help our fellow actors na who needs extra income and who has products na pwede nilang sell under Aktor Tindahan. Ganon.
Yeah. Because dito in Europe, there was a budget and a law that was created in order to protect the people in the arts, like theater actors who lost their jobs during the pandemic kasi there was closure of theaters. Yun, you cannot go to the galleries because they're all closed. So the government made sure that they are provided financially to survive the pandemic. How about there in the Philippines?
Sana all. Sana all talaga. Sana all. I think we belong to the before the pandemic started, we belong to the non-essential workers. And wala rin kaming later na lang kami December na ata eh. I think there was a news from Dole that we could get as freelancers, we could get
Yes.
an amount. Pero hindi ko rin kasi natanggap yung akin for some weird reason na hindi ko na-stress yung sarili ko. So, may effort naman kahit papano. May maliit na effort to help us. But I wish there was more. There was more. Kasi
But it's not sustainable.
it's not sustainable at all. So parang
Especially if the actors have families, yeah.
yes. Especially if you're a full-time, I am a full-time actress. So parang lucky for those na part-time lang nila, but for full-time, Ang mahirap talaga, mahirap. Mahirap pala yung mawalan ka ng trabaho ng matagal kasi wala nauubusan ka talaga ng source of funds.
That's true.
Sunshine, you probably know a lot of people in the TV industry, including those working at ABS-CBN. What do you think of the closure? It's been a while,
Also,
yeah.
plus the closure, tapos na-hit pa ng pandemic.
Yes.
You know what? Yung sa akin kasi, hindi kasi makatao that during the pandemic, na isasara mo yung unang-una, it's the freedom of expression, you know? Nangyari na to before pa, nung Marcos time. So parang, what are you trying to do? And then you choose to do this one during the pandemic when you know that there are, ayan, natitrigger na naman ako. Kanina natrigger ako sa first
A lot of families depending on those people working at ABS. Yeah.
So parang, wala eh. Ginigipit talaga tayo ng administrasyon na to. So, hindi ko talaga maintindihan. I'm against it. I'm against it.
I was also, we were also confused why.
Oo nga eh. Hindi kasi makatao yun eh.
And they didn't have an option to bring those people who lost their jobs. You know, no option for them to have, security, financial security. Yes, in the long term, because families were depending on them. It's not just the 10,000 hardworking members of the ABS-CBN.
Yeah, I'm a freelancer, so I work with all the networks. I'm not really from ABS-CBN. Diba at nawalan ako ng trabaho?
Oo nga. But generally, we're just wondering, no? Because it was so hard for the families, right?
Oo. So, hindi ko nga maintindihan yung iba. Minsan yung, ABS naman yan eh. Kasi ako naman may ganito akong trabaho eh. So, minsan parang gusto ko may mga tao kasi talagang hindi nakakaintindi. So, I refuse na lang to explain then. But somehow, this all affects you as an individual. Diba?
Yeah, and in that course, being an ally or of the LGBTQ community, during this time, we are going through a pandemic, right? What do you think is the role of an actor in the community? What do you think is your role during the pandemic?
Well, first, we have to encourage everyone to get the vaccination.
Yes.
Yeah, kasi this administration started fake news. Nagsimula na dun sa dengue vaccine.
You remember the gasoline also?
Nawalan na ang tiwala ang tao sa vaccine. And it's so hard to change their minds. So parang
because of fear.
Because of fear, which I also understand. Pero sana kung hindi natin pinupulit, wala talaga nagsimula talaga yun sa dengue vaccine na pinulitika. Kaya natakot na ngayon takot sila, lahat ng tao, hindi naman lahat, but most of people I know, takot magpa-vaccine.
Yeah.
Second, fake news. Because they see a lot of fake news on the internet.
You have completed your vaccine.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I had my first dose.
But you had your first dose. Congratulations.
Yeah, my schedule is on the 29th for my next dose. I'm so happy.
Yes, congrats.
Oo. So, ayun, sana I wish encourage people to get vaccination, encourage people to wear masks, ganon. So I think that's a vital role for actors kasi these actors, especially those who are very, very popular, has followers. Diba?
And they're influencers. I think maybe that's one of their social responsibility.
Yes.
But are there influencers also who doesn't believe in the vaccine, like DJ Lonyo before? He was saying statements about wearing of masks that could endanger the health of the people. So not all actors are also believers.
Is DJ Lonyo an actor? I don't think so he is.
I don't know. Well, he's part of the industry.
I think he's a vlogger.
Yeah. But he's part of he has a show on TV now.
Really?
I think it's a series, something, or a TV show, something like that. And I don't know what channel was that, but he was promoting. I saw it on the news.
You know what ako personally kasi I'm really, that's why I was asking you what are we going to talk about, because
Yeah.
ever since I have been in this industry, nung bata-bata pa ako, nung baguhan pa lang ako, syempre ako wala, daldal lang ako ng daldal kung ano yung mailabas ko, di ba? But now that I know na kahit isa lang yung ma-influence ko, di ba?
Yes.
I have to be careful of what will I say, especially on the internet. I have to be careful of my words. Not because natatakot ako, but because may mga tao na kung anong sasabihin ko, papaniwalaan nila. So I have to educate myself.
Yeah.
I have to listen to people who does understand the issues before I and then learn it for myself, and then analyze it, and then think about it. Diba? Before I say something, especially on the social media, because it's very, very hard nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Would have connect to our next question that we have.
Yeah.
What do you think of people when you hear them say that actors and actresses should not get involved in giving their opinions on politics and other social issues?
Bakit? Hindi ba kami mga I mean, just like you, di ba? Andito kami sa Pilipinas nakatira. Dito kami nagbabayad ng tax. Di ba?
Yes.
So bakit wala kaming karapatang magsalita? Di ba?
Yes,
So
correct.
yun yung minsan yung hindi ko naiintindihan. Kasi kung tama lang naman yung punto ko, bakit hindi ako magsasalita? Kailangan yung marinig din kung ano yung nasa sa loob ko, kung ano yung mga palagay ko sa mga issue. Hindi nyo, ba't mo kami pipigilan? Diba? Bakit nyo kami tinanggalan porket artista, tatanggalan nyo kami ng karapatang magsalita
Bakit
regarding
naman porket artista? Not porket artista. That's the difference between Europe and the Philippines. Here, we think highly of anyone with any job. Kahit na, like for example, you're a garbage collector. Garbage collectors are very well respected. This is taught to the children at a very young age that it's a very important job.
Yes.
And also actors, there is also a significance. Ang dami nyo kayang nagagawa sa environment. You can actually you present stories that children learn when they grow up, you know? So, madami kayong nako-contribute sa society. Hindi porket actor lang.
Yeah, oo. Kasi ang minsan nga naisip ko parang underappreciated kami.
Sobra.
Minsan naman overappreciated kasi feeling nila pag sikat na sikat, ganun. But when it comes to matters na about politics, mga issues na ganyan, yung parang kami walang karapatan magsit. Ramdam ko yan, actually, ramdam ko yan. But kaya kami minsan, 'di ba? Marami din kaming matatapang na bakit nyo kami pipigilan? Kailangan namin magsalita, 'di ba? When you see, ganito lang 'yun eh. When you see things na hindi tama na nangyayari, tatahimik ka na lang ba? Kasi porket okay kami, hindi ako for example, okay ako ay wala naman 'yan eh. Kung anong gulo diyan sa labas eh. Kung ano yung mga EJK niya, hindi naman ako apektado eh. But 'di ba hindi mo ba naiisip na would you allow your family to live in a dangerous environment like that?
Yes.
So parang hindi ka nga affected, hindi ka directly, pero affected ka pa rin talaga. Diba?
That's true. So, Shai, what is your dream? Do you see yourself retiring as an actor or migrate abroad? Do you have family members abroad?
Yeah, I have my sister is living in Sweden, happily married in Sweden.
Not so far from here.
Yeah, and I was supposed to visit her last year, December ng pandemic. So,
But now that you will almost finish your vaccine, you can.
yeah, really? I'm not sure. I still have
Not
to
yet,
ask her.
but there's a bigger chance for you.
The bigger chance,
Yeah.
definitely, yes.
What was your vaccination?
It's Sinovac because that's the only thing
Now I
given.
don't know.
Yeah, with the UAE
But I
countries.
think it was listed on recently in WHO.
Oh, that's good. Because there was a case in Saudi Arabia that they're not allowing people with Sinovac to
Yes.
enter.
UAE.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was not on the
I
list.
saw that. Tsaka
Yeah.
sabi din ng ate ko, but for me kasi I have to get the vaccine na as soon
Mm.
as possible because things here, it's not
Are
good.
not-
It's not good. So
Okay.
parang, and ang pagkakaalam ko, pero ito hindi ko pa nako-confirm talaga dahil hindi pa ako nakakapagbasa. Ayaw lang to sa mga chismis na mga bubuit. Na after 6 months daw, pwede naman ako magpa-vaccine na ng iba. So, habang wala pa, kasi wala lang Sinovac is within my reach. Yun lang yung ino-offer ng LGU. So,
Lahat naman natin ng vaccine, it's not lifetime. You have to get it again.
you have to get it again, di ba? So,
Refreshers.
baka edi kukuha na lang ako, wala naman akong magagawa. Pero at least ngayon, somehow protected na ako.
Protect yourself, exactly.
Oo.
So, back to our question. Do you
Yeah.
see yourself retiring as an actor in the future or maybe by grade?
Yeah. What,
You know,
what's the grade?
I always say this. This is a job that I want to do for the rest of my life. My ultimate dream is because we have properties in Antique. So I want to go home and then fly back to Manila whenever I can. Kung may project and then magfa-farm ako doon. Napakalola. Pero yun talaga.
Uy, pareho tayo.
Diba? Gusto kong I wanna go into organic farming.
Yes.
Especially now nag-pandemic. Alam mo yung hirap sa pagkain pala. 'Di ba? Yung wala kang mapagkukunan samantalang pag marunong kang magtanim, 'di ba? Di ba kayo dyan, pag nasa Europe, may mga garden kayong may
Yes,
mga
we do.
tomatoes, may
Yeah.
mga berries, may mga
Yes.
ganun kayo. So bakit hindi
Magawa.
kayang gawin dito?
Yeah.
Like magtanim ng talbos ng kamote, alokbati, mga ganun. So,
I was following your brother's garden. You were growing a lot of vegetables. Very inspiring.
Are you
Oo,
considering aquaponics?
I'm sorry?
Or hydroponics? Are you considering those technologies?
Indoor. They're so indoor gardening.
I recently bought lettuce na galing siya ng aquaponic garden ng friend ko. So
Yeah.
parang binawasan ko siya, sinubukan ko kung kaya kong patubuin ulit. Ayun, tumutubo na siya sa But it's hard when it's summer pala.
Yes.
Pagka sa mga ganung
You have to consider the temperature also.
Yeah. Feeling ko tumubo siya kasi it's starting to rain now na hindi na ganun kainit. Pero kung sobrang init nung mga nakaraang linggo, feeling ko hindi siya tutubo.
Okay. Yeah, we're just curious because Plantita and Plantitos, we love planting and grow stuff.
Yeah, but what I don't like about the plantita culture here in the Philippines is that why do we have to sell wild plants for expensive amount? And parang,
True.
diba, parang,
Dito hindi naman. Fair naman siya.
Benta siya ng libo-libo, but effortly, tumutubo lang sa likod. Ihian lang ng aso ko, tutubo na. Parang, really? Tapos bibenta nyo ng ganun kamahal.
But not all people are aware that those rare plants are easily, cultivated. Kasi sometimes, diba, like in the provinces, we don't care about the makahiya,
Yeah.
But here in Germany, it's really priceless. Like, you really buy it from a garden store.
Yes.
Totoo?
How much was it?
Yeah.
Yes. So was it in pots? How much was it? The small pots?
I think it's 5 euros.
5
It's
euros?
a small pot.
Yes.
So
Like
that's
this
around
small.
250 pesos?
5 euros
300
times
pesos.
60 something.
Yeah, around 300 pesos.
Around 300 pesos.
Yeah, for that small pata, that's a grass in the provinces. Like, we don't ignore it. Yeah.
I grew up in the provinces, so alam ko yan, pinaglalaroan ko yan, ginaganong-ganong ko yan.
Yes, and it's very, rare,
Exotic.
very rare. It's very
Exotic
exotic.
and rare.
Exotic plant siya.
Yes.
So, not all people know that. And maybe we should educate more people.
Sige, subukan ko intindihin yung napakamahal yung 500,000 ng mga plants. Parang bakit kailangan yung dalhin sa bahay nyo? Yung environment niyan dapat sa gubat. Diba?
Okay. Let's get back to your profession. Do you have plans of expanding your skills, like moving to writing or directing your own movie series projects?
I I have been thinking of writing and I have been
Okay.
thinking of directing.
Okay.
But you know, kasi in acting hinahanap ko pa lang yung sarili ko eh. That's why minsan natatawa sila, "Oh, napanood kita sa ganito sa nakakaiyak na show. Oh, napanood kita sa comedy. Napanood kita lahat na lang napapanood kita." That's because I'm still finding my niche sa larangan ng pag-arte. So but eventually I want to go into directing, writing and directing my own film. But you know kasi it's so hard, especially when you don't have the budget.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that question. How much usually spend for independent film, more or less, to produce
It
it?
depends. Okay. Dito kasi sa Philippines, yung mga
Independent film lang yan
yeah, dito sa
Oo.
Philippines may mga grants na like 2 million. I think Cinema
Wow.
One gives up 2 million. Q Cinema 2 million 750,000 for a Cinemalaya films.
Cinemalaya. Okay.
But usually, if you get like bigger actors and if you get, it depends. It usually depends on the story.
So it runs millions din pala for one independent film.
Yeah. For one shooting day, I think you could spend around 150 up for one shooting day.
Wow.
Yeah, because you have to pay before
Rentals
the
of
pandemic kasi
equipment.
maraming tao sa set eh. So usually mga 60 to 80 yan, but ngayon kasi nilimit na nila, so mga around
Yes.
40 na lang na crew. But normally yung
Is it cheaper now?
Oo, sa independent film, so parang mga 50 to 60 to 80 ganon. So you have to pay them daily and also the actors. So minsan kasi yung mga weather conditions, let's say ako eksena ko na today, eksena ko ganyan, sunny, tapos biglang umulan. So hindi niyo ako i-shoot ngayon, but you have to pay me. And then I will go back on the next day. Yung mga ganong bagay, and then you have to take note the location, you have to pay for the location, you have to pay for, syempre you have to pay for everyone. Yeah.
So lucky na lang pala yung mga independent films who really spend less pero naging very successful yung films nila.
Yeah. Yun din yung advantage nun pag minsan, pero kasi minsan pagka ganun yung sobrang tinitipid for me na nagsasuffer yung creativity ng director o yung artista mo kasi minsan pagod na pagod ka na, like sa amin, minsan pagod na pagod ka na but pipilitin mong matapos, kaya kami inaabot ng before pandemic, kaya kami inaabot ng 2 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. So minsan parang 24 hours kami nagtatrabaho. Kasi nga, kung ganyan, kailangan namin tipirin yung budget. So dapat one day lang lahat. So isisiksik mo.
Grabe, laki pala ng gastos for independent films.
So is it the 2 million, is that only production or is the salary of the, for example, if you have like higher grade?
I think that's a totality of the
actors.
expenses. More or less na yan. Right?
Oh
Shine?
yeah. Because some actors, like let's say if they really kasi kahit ako din eh, kung gusto ko yung script, yung material, and I think yung public relevance is very very strong. So let's say they pay me 1,000 a day. Tapos sabihin nila, kaya ba ng 200 lang? O sige, papayag ako ng 200 because first I like your script, I like the story. So papayag ako ng 200 per day, parang ganon.
Because 2 million for a foreigner, for my salary, the 2 million doesn't sound much.
Yeah.
If I have a good script,
You know, I
if I
was
have a
thinking
good actor like you, then I can make a really great movie.
I was thinking, I should start saving pala. Maybe I can co-produce.
Yeah, some
Why not?
film, let's say they get a budget of 2 million, they get co-producers to give out.
Really? Oh, maybe I can co-produce na pala.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future. Magko-collaborate na kami ni Sunshine.
Nako, I'm looking forward.
Oo.
My dream really now is do an international film. So ngayon I go to auditions talaga. I audition.
You have films na that has been nominated sa Berlinale Film Festival.
I think I have short, the Filipiniana.
Yeah.
The Filipiniana, and then, wait lang, I still have one. Sorry, I forgot na kasi. But
No, I
yeah,
think
my
I read
university
about
is
Filipiniana that was
Filipiniana.
mhm.
Because
So
my director is living in London. He's a Filipino living in
Mhm.
London and studied in London Film School. Ayun.
Yun.
Okay.
Oo. No, maybe. And now it's just crossing my mind now to produce a
I'll
film.
be happy to fund you guys.
Huh? What did you say?
I'll be happy to fund you.
Ay,
Wow!
so much work. well, consider maybe when everything has eased after the pandemic, or when most people are vaccinated, na then we can. And it's also hard not to move around.
Yeah.
Now
But
I'm
of
waiting
course,
for a schedule for this new project that I'm doing, and ang sabi na ng production company, everyone na wala pang vaccine, they will pay for the vaccination. So it's really really good.
That's nice. Dito and also pala, I had to point out that here in Europe, they really love watching independent films. And then, yung mga film festivals.
yes.
Parang before the pandemic, there was always every month a film fest dito sa Europe.
Oo, it's my dream to attend the film festival in Europe.
So, every month talaga. And the Filipino films are starting to be shown here na. Oo. And then pandemic happened, sayang.
Oo. Sana someday I could
Anyway.
visit you there, guys.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Representing
Dito ka naman
Philippines.
gumawa ng film made in Europe.
Sana.
Parang ano kaya yung storyline? Parang you met someone here.
Yes.
Who's a European. Parang before sunrise. You met in the train, Max.
Oo, diba? Ang
Something like
dami
that.
kasi magagandang films na European films na napanood ako. Sorry, naririnig niyo bang hilik ng aso ko?
No.
Ang lakas ko. Ayun, hilik siya. Anyway, so yun, it's my dream to do a film abroad because they have different cultures and they have different way of life. So I want to know how it is to emerge and then yun.
Yeah, baka yun palang project natin dito pala sa Europe.
Sana. Diyos ko.
We need to find a director here.
Buti na yung
Another
pinag-usapan natin kanina, triggered ako eh. Triggered ako, pinag-igilig ako, ganun talaga ako.
Yeah. Anyway, so before we end with Shine, let's have Eman back.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Eman.
Hi.
Hello. Say hello to Sunshine.
Hello, Sunshine.
Yes. So we're gonna end our show with Eman and Sunshine.
Mag-video ako. Sorry.
I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. In the moment that you wander far from me, wanna feel with my arms again. Then you come to me on a summer breeze. Give me warm with your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show how deep is your love. Show love at me, it's your love I really mean to love. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. You may not think that I care for you, and you know down inside that I really do. And and it's me you need to show how deep is your love, how deep is your love. I really mean to have, because we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Da 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 da. You come to me on a summer breeze, give me warm with your love and your soft lily. And it's me you need to show. And how deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? I really mean to learn, because we're living in a world of fools, they're breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you. Everybody sing. It's your love, how deep is your love? I really mean to have, because we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Grabe yung voice.
The really cute dog that you have there, Sunshine.
Yeah, because it started with Sunshine's puppy.
Antok na siya.
You want more?
Yes, one more, please.
Kung tayo ay matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago. Kailanman nasan man ito ang pangarap ko. Kuha mo pa kaya ako'y agad at yakapin. Hanggang sa pagtanda natin, tatanong lang sa'yo, ako pa kaya ibigin mo akong mabuti. Pagdating ng araw, ang iyong buhok ay puputi na rin. Sabay tayong manangarap ng nakaraan sa atin. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipaalala ko sa'yo ng aking pangako, ang pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit mabuti na ang buhok ko. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipaalala ko sa'yo aking pangako, Ang pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit mabuti, kahit mabuti, kahit mabuti na ang buhok ko.
Oh my God, you have to leave, Eman. Can we have one more song, please?
Alright, thank you very
We
much.
don't want you to go.
Alright, so my final song, it's an original song. Another original song. This one is a soundtrack po ng Pinoy Big Brother dati. Isa po sa mga kanta sa album ng Pinoy Big Brother, mga musika sa bahay ni Kuya. Ayan. Ang title ng song nito is Magkayakap. Bagay na bagay po sa tag-ulan ngayon.
It's not raining out here.
Malalim ang gabi, kasama ko ang mga bituin sa langit. Sila ngayon ang ating saksi sa ating pag-ibig. Napapalayo sa iyong ganda, nalalasing na sa iyong ngiti. Ngayong kasama na kita, anong ligaya. Dahan-dahan kong hinawakan ang iyong pisngi at ika'y pumikit at unti-unting lumalapit ang ating mga labi. Magkayakap sa lamig ng gabi, minamasdan ko ang himbing ng iyong pag-ibig. At hindi kita bibitawan kahit matapos itong gabi. Alam ko bukas akin ka pa rin, akin ka pa rin. Sana'y di magwawakas itong kaligayahang atin ang gabi. Yayakapin kang maigpit hanggang umaga. At lagi mong isipin to, hinding-hindi ka na muling luluha. Hindi sa'yo magsasawa at sa ating pag-ibig. Dahan-dahan kong hinawakan ang iyong pisngi at ika'y pumikit at unti-unting lumalapit ang ating mga labi. Magkayakap sa lamig ng gabi, masdan ko ang himbing ng iyong pag-ibig. At hindi kita bibitawan kahit matapos itong gabi. Alam ko bukas akin magkayakap sa lamig ng gabi. Minamasdan ko ang himbing ng iyong pag-ibig. Hindi Di kita bibitawan kahit matapos itong gabi. Alam ko bukas akin ka pa rin. Akin ka pa rin. Akin ka pa rin. Thank you very much. That was an original song called My Dear.
Thank you, Eman. Do you have anything to promote? Oh, by the way, Eman is also part of Music Cares, and they have been joining us here every Saturday.
Music Cares.
Yeah, it started with Sean,
Yes.
Daniel, Ashira, and Amber.
Amber, yes,
Yes, and now it's Eman. So, Music Cares. Eman?
Guys, you can follow me at YouTube. Pwede din mag-subscribe sa
Yes.
YouTube ko. It's Eman Abatayo or EA Music PH. Yun. Kaka-recover ko lang ng account ko kasi nakalimutan yung password. So you can also like my Facebook page. It's Eman Abatayo, or you can search EA Music PH. And also meron din akong Spotify. Eman Abatayo. Lahat ng mga originals ko andun. So you can follow me.
He has
And
really amazing original
ngayon dahil
songs.
lockdown sa Iloilo, wala mo ng regular gigs tayo at mga events na move. Dahil sa pandemic. So
And we were very lucky. Kasi ang tagal ko nang inaasi Eman to be on the show, but he was so, palagi busy.
Yes. So
Finally,
really happy to have
thank you talaga.
Yeah,
thank you very much to you guys. Sa
Salamat, and we will continue supporting local artists.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Eman.
Thank you, Eman.
Thank you very much. Ingat po kayo dyan.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Shine, also you. Our last question, anong ma-advise mo sa mga young ones who wants to be,
Aspiring.
Yeah, you want to inspire the young ones now who wants to be also an actor.
Okay, before I answer that, I just want to say that your show is really, really good, and I think it's a very
Thank you.
eye-opener. So, I hope that marami pang manood in the future. Ituloy niyo lang to, laban lang ng laban. I love it. Ang dami kong natutunan kanina sa first discussion. I was listening. So, ayun. Tuloy niyo lang to. I love this show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sa question nyo, my advice is to those who wants to be an actor, it is okay to dream. Hindi ka pwedeng sabihan kasi before I was even my siblings kasi are so harsh eh. So parang pag-artista ka, sabi niya, nakikita mo ba yung itsura ni Bea Alonso? Ni Kim? So parang ako, parang hindi ba pwede? And then ang pang point ko, no, not to make my siblings look evil. Of course, they love me. They love me. We love each other. But it's just that, siguro they wanted me to have a more stable career. Kasi wala pa namang artista sa family. Wala ring, the first artist in the family is my brother, who is a writer, but has a stable job. He is a professor in a university. So, ganon. So, parang nahirapan silang i-process. Walang makakapagsabi sa'yo exactly kung ano ang kaya at hindi mo kayang gawin. Ikaw lang yung sa sarili mo ang makakapagsabi kung ano yung kaya mo at kung ano hindi. At hindi mo malalaman kung ano yung makakaya mong gawin hanggat hindi mo sinusubukan. Ganun lang yun.
That's right. Just never give up. Right?
Yeah, never give up.
Keep moving forward. Yeah.
Yes, if something is really for you, darating at darating yun, walang magagawa kahit anumang bagyo, kahit sinumang tao para pigilan ka. If you're meant to be in that career, ito sinasabi ko hindi lang sa pagiging aktor, hindi lang, but if you are meant to be become someone like a doctor, a teacher, ganon, walang makakapigil na ibang tao. So kahit ano man sabihin nila, yon at yon ang magiging kapalaran mo.
When Sunshine was sharing about her siblings, siguro yung fear because generally they say being an artist is a poor man's job.
Nung high school kasi ako, sabi nila, magka-college, gusto ko mag-theater art sa UP. Ang sagot ng parents ko, mayaman ka ba? Gusto mo arte-arte ka lang? Mayaman ka ba? Hindi tayo mayaman. Ganon. Dapat magtrabaho ka. Ganito dapat. Tapos na-realize ko, wait. Hindi tayo mayaman para magdodoktor ako? Ganon. Parang, but it was not really for me. So,
that's true.
Ito yung gusto ko. And my job starting, hindi siya ganun kaaya-aya ha. Mahirap ang nilaban ko para marating kung nasaan man ako ngayon. Hindi ako, I don't belong to the royal, family in the industry. So pinagtrabahuan ko talaga to be where I am right now. So ano man yung pangarap mo, minsan kasi pag may inisip tayo, it seems so impossible to reach it. Pero one step at a time, Tsaka dasal.
Yes! Magdasal! Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's really about patience, hard work, and the passion to do that.
Yes.
If you're not happy with what you're doing, you won't last a day. So, I think...
Kahit ako, nung nagsimula ako, may mga time na nagugutom ako sa seryoso ha. Like, wala na akong makain. Kasi kasi before I used to call this one racket. Kasi wala akong racket. Tapos na-realize ko, no, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is my job, this is my profession. Minsan kasi kailangan mo ring ayusin yung takbo ng isip mo eh. Kasi after all, everything starts in your mind. Diba? Yes. When you dream, so dapat ayusin mo kambyuhin mo yung utak mo. So kinambyo ko, no, I am an actor, ito yung trabaho ko, ito yung gusto kong gawin sa panghabang buhay. So, kailangan ganito. So hanggang sa tuloy-tuloy, ganun.
Yeah, and also Shine here, we created Talk Ali first to reach out to our kababayans also because we were in a long lockdown here also in Germany. Tapos there are so many limitations and we wanted to help them with their mental state.
Yes.
They're not alone and we are here reaching out to them.
Yes, so that they can express.
Yeah, we try to give them entertainment all the way from the Philippines and hope it helps.
Oo. Sana kapit lang tayo, malalampasan din natin to. Paunti-unti makakauwi din kayo. Makikita nyo rin yung pamilya dito. So, kapit lang tayo lahat. Kapit lang, malapit na talaga itong matapos.
And thank you, Sunshine. Do you have something to promote or greet your families and family friends?
Sana ano ba yung ate ko? Baka nasa work kasi siya, kaya hindi siya makapanood eh. Yung ate ko sa Sweden, Nini, and then her husband Jonas, yung niece ko, si Juliet. And also my brother is an OFW in Qatar.
Oh, hello po.
So,
yung bagong bayani ng Pilipinas.
Yung natitira dito sa Philippines, ako bunso, and then yung eldest namin, si Kuya.
Hello, Kuya. Yeah, I know. He's just released a book.
Oo.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't you promote your Kuya's book?
I don't have it. Sayang, no? I don't have it here. Baka nasa
Don't worry. We always post it on Facebook.
Yes, we'll post it and inform.
Anyway, thank you, Sunshine, for being with us today here on Talk Ali.
Yes, thank you for this insightful
dami kong natutunan. Ang nakakatuwa. Nakakatuwa pala. Hindi lang para sa inyo, no? Para din sa akin dito na wala akong makausap masyado because I also, as much as possible, I try to stay at home. Tapos wala rin akong trabaho. So parang, it's, to meet new people, I think this is the new way of meeting new friends.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Online, networking, it's all about the internet. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you, Shine. Thank you, everyone who stayed with us today.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
See you.
See you.
Bye.
God bless, guys.
So thank you, everyone who stayed with us today, and hope we see you on our next episode. We will be celebrating the Independence Day. Oh,
Yes.
not yet, right? Is it?
Yeah, for the next one is.
Yes, it is.
We'll have
The Philippine Independence Day, but we're moving it on a Sunday because there will be a lot of events on Saturday, so
Yes.
we don't want it conflicted with the other shows.
Yes, we'll keep you posted, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And
Patuloy po nating suportahan at tangkilikin ang mga pelikulang Pilipino at musika. See you next week.
bye.
Bye.
My name is Kautar.
I'm Liliana.
I'm Saizal.
My name is Abdullah.
I live in London.
I am a Nigerian.
I'm Malian.
I'm a proud Filipina.
Living in Toronto, Canada.
But my mom's family hails from Jamaica.
I love poutine.
Definitely pizza.
The famous Calabar delicacy.
Tacos de pastor.
I also love eating Jollibee, just like my family back home.
But there's nothing like jerk chicken.
I also love the hustle and bustle of Taipei.
The culture, the beautiful weather, and the hospitality of Morocco.
The serenity that comes with being so far from home.
But being at home with my Filipino family, singing karaoke, that just hits a different part of my heart.
I love all the opportunities Bristol has given me as a creative.
From the sweet sounds of Ghanaian classic high life music.
Taiwanese pop. Afro beats.
But I also love listening to bachata.
They just hit different.
I fly.
I fly.
I fly.
I fly
Two
to
flags.